today is the day that this fireplace is getting its gas logs inserted. I'm so excited. We have lived in this house for over 20 years and this fireplace has never functioned, not one day. When we had our foundation project completed in March, one of the things they had to do was install a new main gas line. And when the plumber was here doing the gas line, we asked him to go ahead and, while he was under the house installing it, go ahead and reconnect this gas line to the fireplace because it was capped off under the house. And as you can see, that's an original gas pipe. I'm sure that's going to get replaced. And here's the original gas line coming in from underneath the house. So we're going to have an open set of logs put in there. We're not going to do an insert. And then we're also going to have high temp mortar put in between the firebox and the masonry bricks, so there won't be that funny gap right there either. And they're also going to have to put a cap on the chimney to make sure that, you know, it's all functioning properly. So hopefully later today we'll be able to click it on and have a wonderful little roaring fire happening with our new gas logs. All right, so now the fun begins. They are going to get up all the way up there and check that cap and make sure it's good enough. If it's not, they're going to replace that cap. So here we go. Glad that's not me on that ladder. So here's the original cap that was just sitting on top of the chimney. Wasn't really a cap, just a grate sitting up there, you know, to keep big animals from coming in the house. But I can tell you from experience, it didn't keep bats from coming in the house. Had a couple bats. So there we go. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but I think it's really cool. I will definitely repurpose that into some kind of piece of art or something. That is really cool. Probably original to the house. All right, I'm really excited. So here's where we're at in the process. Isn't this pretty? It's so pretty. That gas pipe that was running through down there, that white one that you all saw earlier in the video, that actually, I just learned from the fireplace guys, that was what you called a fire log starter. And they would use that underneath a grate with actual like logs, like real wood. And they would use it to start the wood. So you were using gas, and it had that pipe had little tiny holes running the length of that, and they would turn it on and gas would come out of that, and then you'd throw a flame in there and it would help light the fireplace logs. So kind of an early version of this. So I'm glad that's gone. I said, that just doesn't seem safe. And he said, well, they actually still make those, but not as safe and secure as these are. So there you go. That's what we have so far. The mason has to come back today, and he's going to fill in this gap right here that goes all the way around this gap. And so that'll be filled in on both sides and across the top. So it'll be a nice seamless finish. And then we have to get a cap on the top of the chimney. But there we go. Yay. Here we go. I am so excited about that. I just don't even have words. Oh. So when the mason comes, I'm going to ask for his opinion on what to do with these. Because these were set up with a vent, like a fan system, and they aren't going to be, these are not going to be, you can see there's a fan down in there. These are no longer going to be necessary or utilized. So I'm going to talk to the mason about maybe just putting this brick pattern like that right back in here. I'm hoping he's going to tell me that's a simple thing to do, and maybe he'd be willing to do that. And we need to get a screen. But I'm so excited. Yay. All right. We are as done as we're going to get. The masons came and filled in that side piece that was open right there. So that little gap is closed, so that looks a lot nicer. And I talked to the mason about these guys. There's 4 of them. And he seemed to think that it wouldn't be too terribly difficult to repeat this pattern right here with the 3 bricks and put them in there in place of that. The problem or difficult part might be just trying to secure the bricks and scheduling, because he said his schedule is crazy. You know, like a lot of contractors and people working in the contracting trade right now, it's a little crazy. But there we go. Back up here. There's the happy fireplace. And I couldn't be more thrilled. Just so happy to see this fireplace functioning again.